Petr Yan told anyone that would listen that he was going to be better tonight. What I don't think people could have imagined was how good he was going to look. His striking looked amazing. You know, one of the things about fight number one that we talked about a lot in the build was that Petr Yan defended 39 takedowns. Merab just shot 49 takedowns. Tonight, Petr Yan defended 27 of 29 takedowns from Merab Dvalishvili, forcing him to stand and trade. We all know Petr Yan is a master of sport in boxing. Petr Yan is a sniper. Petr Yan is a guy that you do not want to be forced to stand with. And then not only did he do a great job with his striking, Petr was the one that found a lot of success with his wrestling. Because I don't know that Merab Dvalishvili expected him to be taking him down, but we know that Petr Yan has that ability. Tonight, that was on full display, and he was able to become the bantamweight champion for a second time.
Oh! He fucking yelled. This is a great fucking fight. Yeah, see, they got to give some for those takedown defense. He's thrown 22 and he's only landed 2 of them. Oh! Hit him again in the body again. We're not seeing that old-fashioned, that traditional Merab just mauling somebody right now, right? Petr Yan's just taking a fight to Merab, and that's just the biggest difference. Usually people fold underneath this. So right now he's just staying on him. So it's all like all this waste of motion. Petr Yan's just staying there like this, being nice and tight, nice and tight, nice and tight. And then he goes blah blah, and he does a quick combination. Then they exchange, and he goes to the body. Take that defense, gets his hips back. Now he stays there. He stays inside that void. He puts his hands out there. Like, that's the biggest thing, is that constant hand in there. And he doesn't really move this hand off his face to put on to be southpaw orthodox.
Fair play. I'd be interested to see which rounds. Oh man, I couldn't see Merab losing anytime soon. Fair play.
He has had 4 fights.
Fair play, Merab has had 4 fights. I'd be interested in a trilogy. I definitely want to see a trilogy of that.
Bro, Petr Yan, that was one of the most impressive performances I've ever seen. Imagine they give Merab a decision. What a performance by Petr. Everyone counted him out. God, Merab getting slammed on his head might be my new screensaver. Petr giving Merab a couple of body shots. If they give it to Merab, I quit. I quit fighting. Holy shit, Petr Yan got the job done. Wow. What an impressive performance. Holy shit. Tweet, Song, you're out. Petr, you're next.
This was fantastic. This was a fight for all the ages. This was a performance and the type of fight that makes you proud to be an MMA fan, because we saw 2 guys in Merab Dvalishvili and Petr Yan go at it, balls to the wall. What they did, that show that they put on, was spectacular in every way. Technically, amazing. A lot of action, blood, guts. We saw it all. And of course, Petr Yan was victorious. Merab Dvalishvili was trying to defend the belt for 4 times in a calendar year, which is crazy. It's incredible. But I did say a while ago that maybe he might be his own worst enemy, because you have to respect the process. You have to respect how arduous this is on your body. Okay, going through the training camps and the fights and doing it so quickly, okay, it comes at a cost. Now, don't get it twisted. I am not taking away from Petr Yan's victory. Petr Yan was brilliant. He was clinical. He was precise. He picked him apart. He landed shots. He hurt him. He stopped takedowns. He got takedowns of his own. When he was taken down, he got straight back to his feet. And the shots that he landed, they were beautiful. He picked them. They were deadly. Boom. Right hands. The jabs were money. The body kicks. Holy shit. At one point, he kicks him in the body. And Merab's like, ah!
You know, we were looking for a fight, and we were in Jersey. And Merab was the main event of that fight, and we ended up signing him. And Matt Serra literally told me that night, this guy is going to be your world champion, and he's a special fighter, I'm telling you. And Matt Serra was absolutely right. One of the toughest fighters that I've ever come across. And let's just say, Merab and I didn't get off on the right foot early on. I have nothing but respect for him and everything that he's accomplished. And yeah, and for Petr to come in and do what he did tonight. And I mean, the body shots and the head shots and the wrestling. I mean, it was an incredibly high-level fight that was, you know, what a hell of a way to end the ESPN era.
That was a wild fight. He went in there and dismantled Merab, didn't slow down a second, didn't give a single position, took Merab down, took the fight to him. And honestly, that was the most clinical, leveled up version of Petr Yan we have ever seen. Like, skill-wise, that fight was so far above the rest of the division. That Petr Yan that fought tonight doesn't lose to anybody. Petr just looked in control. He was picking his shot, and his shots were hurting Merab. Petr just kept it consistent and never slowed down. He stuffed all the takedowns and just kept him at the end of his jab, made him pay for every engagement. He was so clever in the way he was defending the takedowns. He was offensive wrestling him back. But how tough is Merab? Dude got punished, got kicked in the liver to the point where he was actually like
several times
yelling out.
Just kind of hitting him.
He was getting wobbled constantly. He didn't go anywhere. He's got so much heart and ticker, mate. I don't think we've ever seen a high-level bantamweight fight.
How gratifying it is to have that belt in you now, especially in front of you now, especially if you think back to the night where you need Aljamain Sterling in the head, and it just seemed like things could never get back on track from there.
You know, I was personally shocked by that whole skid of going down that road, but this is just a fighter's character. You know, as a fighter, you see when somebody loves what they do, and I want to tell you, I love what I do.
You were winning that fight with Aljamain, the first one, until that mistake happened. You weren't able to get a title defense in that reign. How important is it to you now to get one and many more in this title reign?
You know, man, I don't care. It took me so long to get here and get what rightfully mine. There's definitely going to be a defense. It doesn't matter who. You know, I changed so much professionally. I changed the training, the preparation. If you look back at the 5 years ago when I was fighting against Jose Aldo, it was a whole different mentality. Like, I didn't understand correctly what you must do to prepare to be a champion. You know, there's a saying, if you want to go fast, you go alone. If you want to go far, you go with a team. So this is what I understood. You have to make sure to create a team around you.